Before I close the day, I want to surprise a few people with two people with a question. One is if he's still there, and if he doesn't mind, Gert Dijmel, are you still there? Or did you already... Is he still there? Mr. Dijmel, we met a couple of times years ago. I know you have been working for a big multinational cargo owner. And I think at a given point in time, we shared even the same employer. You have been involved in, kind of an association, Deutsche Seeverlader. Maybe you're still active there. You've been dealing with many other topics. You've been attending yesterday. You've been attending today. With your experience, what do you think of the state of play of inland navigation today, and what kind of direction it will take? It would be interesting to hear your view. I know that you're not prepared for that question, but maybe then the best possible answer will come.
Okay.
Now I got you, eh?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I'm really appreciated about this Inland Water Transport Week. With our big trilateral chemical project, we asked the European Union to provide a year of inland water shipping, because inland water shipping is one of the biggest solution drivers to get the climate targets achieved. And inland water shipping, unfortunately, has not the high same level of lobby like we have at rail or at road transports. Therefore, it's important to bring all together those projects as you done today and yesterday, and show also, for example, me, how far you are already and how many different solutions you are working on. And what is really important is that we have also parallel sources working on the same topic, because in the research area, not every solution come to an end. Some of the researchers are getting further information, but not getting the solution. So I think don't worry that 2 or 3 people working on the same target. I think the EU has a close eye on this. And at the end, we put the best out of this. Therefore, you get the money from the EU, because the EU spends the money, that there are no boundaries in regard to this, that you are free for your creativity to work on solutions, because there is no solution right now, which we need for the future, which convince the shippers like us to invest more in the inland water shipping transports, because we are facing big hurdles in regard to infrastructure, in regard to congestion and all these things. And this needs to be settled. Then the industry getting more on this chip, and this should be not the standard industry like the chemical industry where I come from. This should be also the industry which are not transport today via inland water transport. These industries which are not have highly risky products on, which are not good, for example, to use after a couple of days. There are examples like shoes or other things which we can transport via ships, which needs to go from the roads. And I think in regard to this, you have done a wonderful journey today. And in regard to the autonomous transport, this will be really a challenge. And I trust in inland water transport. Please go further this way.
Thank you, Herr Dijmel. This was not rehearsed.
Thank you.
Then the second person I want to surprise is a certain Mr. Sim Turf. He's here representing DG Move. They kind of mastered NIADA's action program. So, Sim, what do you think does what you have heard today meet your or DG Move's expectations?
Yes, I want to say that I'm glad to be here and to be in. Does it work? Yes. To be informed about all these projects. I think it was also a very good idea of you, Nick, to end each presentation with the same slide, pointing out which challenges of the NIADA's 3 action plan they are addressing. And if I may believe everything what I have seen on the last slide of every presentation, then the future looks bright. But I think we have to see. But of course, this was all very theoretically. And I think it was also mentioned this morning by the lady of Cinea. The next step is to see how we can continue after those projects are ended, and if they can stand on their own without EU funding, and also within the European Commission. So I hope that's the answer you were looking for, and that's it from my side.
You want to add something from DG Move perspective? Yeah.
Yes, we have a DG Move in different versions. I'm coming from the Research Innovation Unit, so and particularly transport infrastructure. That's why I was present in the infrastructure part of the conference. All what is important was said. We need a model shift. We need emissions reductions. We need jobs for people, and we need viable business models. Yes, thank you very much for organizing, and thank you very much for the project teams to present it. Thank you.
Few words from my side. Yesterday, we solved. We made the fleet green. We found all of the solutions, but not yet the money to do it. Bit of a problem today. Sim, you paid attention, but not yet well enough. All of these projects individually will take off 20% of the road transport to freight. So when all these projects are finished, the road transport will be minus. Yeah, there will be no more road transport. So I believe we take out like 160%. So if we fail a bit, we still have some spare capacity. No, just to close the day, it was a.
I understand there should be truck drivers demonstrating now in front of this building after what you said.
Yeah, but that they should wait till we get home so that we at least can.
They are blocking the laser.
Yeah. So to close the day, thank you very much for the people who were attending online. Thank you for those who presented all of these interesting presentations. We managed more or less to stay in time. And thanks to the people who supported us throughout the day with audio, visual, the coffee, and the beer. And by the way, you would be surprised, the request for a beer came from a lady. So that in itself deserves also an applause.